The nation's transportation chief, Pete Buttigieg, arrived in Port Orchard today. He announced funding for a much-needed breakwater repair project, which should bring a flood of money and local jobs.
The $10 million fix will protect the community itself, local and tribal docks for fishing, and the only marine fuel facility within 16 miles. Fox 13's Nikki Torres shows us the project and how it will also serve Washington State ferry traffic, which is, of course, special interest to Secretary Buttigieg. Nikki?
The Port Orchard breakwater is almost 50 years old. That's about 20 years past its lifespan. So this replacement will not only help marine traffic, according to local lawmakers, it will also help the local economy. Local legislators call it an investment in progress, replacing the Port Orchard breakwater, as well as making other improvements on Washington waters. Thanks to the raised grant from the Biden-Harris administration, Washington can move forward with the replacement, building the breakwater to withstand extreme weather events and natural disasters. The breakwater itself services the public, government emergency response services, local marina, and commercial fishing. Lawmakers say once it is complete, it will bring in millions of dollars each year to the local economy. This afternoon, U.S. Secretary of Transportation Pete Buttigieg joined legislators along the Port Orchard waterfront to talk about the project along with the Washington State ferries.
Having the largest ferry fleet in the country also means having the largest challenges of any ferry fleet in the country.
Secretary Buttigieg and Governor Jay Inslee addressed the demand for more ferries in the area.
Look, we don't have enough boats. When Tim Hyman passed his initiative, it cut the ankles out from the financing of the Washington State ferries. As a result, we didn't get any boats, and now we don't have the boats that we need.
Governor Inslee says more boats are being built, but it is a process before we'll see any in the water.
We are building a conversion of 3 new ones, the existing jumbos that we converted to electric, and we have 5 other boats that are now being financed by our great Washington State legislators that are finally putting the money to build these boats.
The ferry system is also working on staffing as well.
We are staffing up at a considerably increased rate, in part because of the creative work we're doing to try to have a new way to train people. Look, you can't just take people off the street and stick them on the bridge. It takes years and years and years.
As far as air travel, we asked Secretary Buttigieg what he sees in the future for the Pacific Northwest.
When it comes to meeting the growing air travel demand, we've got to make sure that we have the infrastructure to support it, and we're funding that. It's why we have funding going into SeaTac. This year brought more news, I think about $15 million headed for a key project there.
Secretary Buttigieg also visited the Spokane International Airport last year, which is also receiving funding to support local air travel.
At the same time, we've got to make sure the entire national airspace has the resources it needs, which is why we're working with leaders in Congress to get the resources for staffing at the FAA to have enough air traffic controllers and for the technology that we need to support that as well.
Earlier today, Secretary Buttigieg did join local lawmakers in touring the Mukilteo Ferry Terminal. According to Senator Patty Murray, they are going to receive more than $11 million in funding to modernize the local ferries as well as add more and also electrify them. In Port Orchard, I'm Nikki Torres, Fox 13 News.